So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Storm. So I did not want to start with this kind of video because I'm trying to be a channel. I'm not a cooking. Okay, well, I don't know what the hell I'm trying to be, but I'm like I said, I'm trying to focus on stuff about where I'm from in the Caribbean and the Caribbean region in general, and a really big part of that is food, and we take our food very seriously. And people, I'm like everybody, I love to look at those tasty videos and those 1 minute videos that you find on Instagram of people making food and stuff, and it's like, they just come up with the craziest things, but they season the chicken or the meat with salt and pepper, and that's it. And my mouth is drying up just thinking about it. Holy fuck. So I didn't want to start off cooking anything, although I do want to cook things. I love to cook. Cooking is fun. Cooking is, it's a life skill. You need to know how to cook. Are you going to be eating like microwavable macaroni and cheese all your life? I was trying to think of things that I can do that ties back into the Caribbean, that I can do while I'm up here in Florida, also that I can do while there's a pandemic without going out so much. And cooking just seemed to be the most logical thing. So without further ado, I'm gonna stop talking so much and I'm gonna get into this green seasoning video. Oh, I didn't even tell you what the hell I'm making, but I'm making seasoning. We're making green seasoning it's like a staple in every Caribbean household. Everyone makes it different. Everyone adds their little kick to it. You can buy it in the supermarkets down there in the Caribbean. I haven't seen any of the supermarkets up here in Florida, at least up in Boca, but and I always make my own up here, and I use it in every single dish that I make that has meat in it. I add it to every single thing. So I figured it's a pretty staple thing that ties back into the Caribbean that we could start with. So without further ado, let's get into the ingredients. So we're starting off with the onions. In my opinion, I think onions are like a base for every green seasoning. Like onions, garlic, and whatever your scallions or your green onions or whatever. But anyway, some people don't even put onions in there, but I don't like huge chunks of onion in my food. So I chop it up and blend it up so I don't see it. But oh, look at this, a bitch is crying. But yeah, so after you just throw that in there and then you blend it up, throw a little olive oil, help it blend up faster. You want to use I use olive oil instead of trying to use too much water, because water, you don't want it to like flavor, like you don't want to lose all the flavor, you know. So next I'm chopping up my garlic, and my mom always gives me crap for this because like I like to chop off all the little ends of the garlic and the nubs because I don't know, it makes my brain happier. But yeah, so garlic, and I'm doing this in the magic bullet because like I don't have a blender, and yeah, I'm just showing you how simple you can do it. You don't need no big ass blender or food processor to do it. I'm just doing it piece by piece, vegetable by vegetable in my magic bullet. But yeah, so, and I don't know, just the weirdo in me likes to do it color by color. Anyway, what the fuck am I doing now? Oh, ginger. Okay, so ginger is another optional thing. A lot of people like ginger, a lot of people don't like the flavor of ginger, and this whole thing you can just mix it up and do it however the fuck you want. It's all up to whatever flavors appeal to you, whatever things appeal to you. I don't normally put ginger in mine. I actually have green seasoning in the fridge already, so I'm trying to make this one taste different than my normal one. And yeah, ginger, I just decided to add a tiny bit of ginger in there. And next is a pepper. So I like to, normally back at home we use a different kind of pepper, like we use flavor peppers. I call them flavor peppers. I don't know, but that's why I'm not putting too much of that in this video because that's why I didn't put too much of the flavor peppers in this one, because I prefer to use the original pepper. I just couldn't find it at the supermarket. And yeah, I just needed to have some kind of pepper in there, I guess. I feel like it's not proper, not diversified seasoning if I don't have pepper. So I just put a little tiny bit in there. Next, I'm with my, I don't even remember what I bought, if it was chives or green onions, but whatever. You use whatever you want, scallions, anything. Yeah, okay, look at that. Got the green coming in now, so I'm gonna be mixing the green and the white. Look at how elegant it just flops. Jesus Christ. Graceful. 10 out of 10. So next, I'm going in with, what the fuck? This is the thyme. So this was the only type of thyme I could find in the supermarket up here, and I normally at home we use what we call broadleaf thyme or tiki thyme, which is also known as Mexican thyme, I think, or Spanish thyme. But I'll show it. There's gonna be a picture. But I had to throw some thyme in there, and then what was that? I just threw everything in here. I'm not even keeping up with my own damn video, goddamn. So I just chopped up all the thyme, all the parsley, and all the cilantro. And like I said, I just used what I could find in the supermarket up here in Florida. And normally there's so many other things that people throw into this. I forgot to pick up celery. Some people put celery in it. Like there's a herb called shalom that we use a lot back here, shalom. It's actually called culantro, but that's what we call it. Shalom is what we call it down here. And that shit, like I've seen it growing up in the like, it just grows up like a weed up here in Florida, and I've seen it on the side of the road, and I'm not gonna be sticking that in my food because I don't know what pesticides and bitches be using. But there's just a lot of things that people do and throw inside them to make it different. So yeah, just blend it all up, and yeah, I ended up having to throw in a little bit of water to help it blend up because I didn't want to throw too much olive oil in the whole thing. But yeah, so now we have our nice dark green to add to the mix, and then just give it a good mix up all the way through. And yes, look at it. A bitch is seasoning his seasoning. I don't know if everybody does this, but yes, I'm gonna put salt and pepper in my motherfucking seasoning. So much for me trying not to curse, honestly. I'm such a failure. But yes, I season my seasoning because salt and pepper are flavor enhancers, and people don't realize that. It brings out flavors in things, in normal foods that you wouldn't normally be able to pick up on your own. So why the fuck not do it to my own seasoning? So yeah, and that's about it. That's how you make a green seasoning. I realized after that I didn't properly mix it all in, so I kind of had to go back in again. But yeah, if you're doing this in a jar or you're doing this in all-in-one big blender, you don't really have to worry about that. But there you have it, green seasoning. Da-da-da.